Yes, so this is how I make my modules for the model railroad. Um, I'm using a design that I made a while ago in Fusion 360. So basically, yeah, I draw it up in Fusion 360, and this is the design I follow. So square and with 4 legs. The 4 legs are optional, but yeah. Um, I always start with the longest square boards and cut them, so I have that in place. Because that is the longest boards are the hardest to fix if you measure something wrong. So I make sure that I get those right. The next boards are the end pieces, and yeah, quickly saw it up. And then I have the beams in the middle of the module. So I have 2 beams, and I also make legs for every module. I'm not using the legs on the stationary layout, but I'm yeah, just in case. So here we are adjusting the pieces to hold the legs in place. That was easy, wasn't it? Well, the next thing to do is to mark up where I'm going to drill all the holes. And I'm marking up the holes for connecting the modules together, and I'm also marking up the holes for where I have the cables. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible, and with experience it gets better every time I do it now. The first few modules I made was terrible, but after a few years now I think I got it pretty good. I also make sure to mark up where to place the legs. And I try also to mark up everywhere. I mark up everywhere I'm going to drill the holes with a puncher. And I'm also marking up where the screws are supposed to be. So that I can drill pilot holes for every hole that I need. To drill up the holes, I'm using a drill press. It's probably not needed to have a drill press, but it makes life so much easier when you can do it. I start off by drilling all the pilot holes, and I drill pilot holes for all the bigger holes and also for the screws. Yeah, the drill press makes it so much easier, so much faster. I'm using Forstner bits because that makes the holes really flush and nice. The holes for connecting the modules together are approximately 12 millimeters, or half an inch. The holes for cables and stuff is approximately 5 centimeters or 2 inches. You see how fast that goes? Just like that. Whoosh. And another one. I cannot praise those force needle bits enough. They are so sweet. Be sure to make good ones though. Don't buy the China crap force needle bits. They are really crappy. Buy quality force needle bits always. And remember to clean up afterwards. Your models don't like dust. So it's good practice to get rid of as much dust as possible. For all the screw holes, I countersink them. Just in case, probably not needed, but I do it anyway. More and more countersinking. Then it's time to glue and screw the end pieces together. So I'm using a rig to hold everything in place when I screw it together. It's also something that makes life a lot easier. And when that is done, it is time to take everything together and fit the tabletop. I'm using 9mm plywood on the top, and I'm using a router to make the tabletop flush with the board. This router has saved me a lot of trouble. Ending up with a little sanding on the squares, and then everything looks very nice at the end. And then it just remains to fit the module in place. And if my measuring is correct, it will just fit perfectly. Oops. Try it again. Yep. That's better. A lot better. And then the top goes on. It fits nicely. Perfect. And then it's just to put the cork in place, and then everything is done and ready to lay track. Thank you and bye bye.